Again, I ask, are they trying to ice Guerdy out of Real Housewives of Miami? Hit the like and subscribe button as the intro plays. Okay, so I asked that question last week. Are they trying to ice Guerdy out of the Real Housewives of Miami? I believe they are, and they're using her Haitian sister to do the dirty work.
Guerdy has been struggling with insecurities.
All right, so last night's episode of Real Housewives of Miami picked back up with Julia. Julia is still trying to act like she's going to become an opera singer. She is with her opera singing, her voice coach or whatever. And she's, she's so delusional. She's saying that Guerdy, I get mad. I get so mad that water was thrown. No, Julia, you threw the water.
Something is wrong here.
You lost it. You lost control. This person made me go there. It made me get out of character. No, Julia, you did that. You did that on your own. Don't blame Guerdy. So then, we see Guerdy with her husband, and I wish her husband would get like a hipper look. Like, he just doesn't fit the look of the show. Like, even Jody, who's weird looking, fits the bill. Like, he kind of matches Lisa's look, but Guerdy's husband, he doesn't really match her.
But when we talk about fabulosity, I don't see it.
He just looks very, he's a fireman. He looks very average, whereas Guerdy has this interesting career of party planning in Miami or whatever. And he just looks, Russell, that's his name. Russell just looks very boring, and he needs to do something with his hair. It just looks very boring. But anyhow, so, Guerdy's explaining to Russell how it just really hurt her. No one has ever treated me that way. She was crying. Okay. Now, though I am anti what Julia did last week, I still think Guerdy is kind of FOS.
My heart tells me she really doesn't mean any harm.
And people were saying how, because Guerdy's in recovery from cancer, that these women didn't give her any sort of empathy or show any compassion towards Guerdy. And I believe that to be a fact. They have never really shown her true compassion from the moment she got her diagnosis. Only Nurse Nicole showed her compassion.
Dr. Nicole.
Everybody remembers what Larsa did to her last season. And as if implying that she was kind of faking cancer in a sense. But so Guerdy is really hurt by the way that they treated her, that nobody stood up for her in that moment when Julia threw that water. Because they don't like you, Guerdy. And they are foul. They're some foul women. Entertaining. I'm very entertained by Real Housewives of Miami. This is like one of my favorites so far. It's good. But these women are foul the way they treated Guerdy. And she's crying to Russell. And she called out the girls. Like, nobody came to my defense. And I'm glad Russell called it out as well. Because it's deplorable. It's deplorable that you had no compassion for what Guerdy's gone through. Guerdy, I would say to you to ice yourself off of the show, because this is not good for your healing journey and your health. It's not good for your health to be in stressful situations with people who don't like you, who don't support you, when you're going through something like cancer, like recovery. She's had multiple surgeries, radiation, and chemo. Radiation, from watching my mom, is very tiring. The after effects of chemo are very painful, and the after effects of the whole process, there's side effects that come with that. I don't know about Guerdy's side effects, given that she's a younger woman than my mother, but there's side effects. I've seen it with my neighbor who's 85, my mother who's 80. They have like neuropathy in their legs and feet. They have residual effects from cancer, and these women don't seem to care about Guerdy. And like last week, everybody was mad at Kiki. Kiki didn't come to Guerdy's aid, and I was mad at Kiki for a minute, but I thought about it. I was like, well, maybe it's because Kiki didn't want to go there herself. But nah, back it up. Kiki is basically a yes man, and it seems as though she wants to get that mojito at any cost. But guess what? You're not getting it, because guess what, everybody? This new girl popped on the scene. this new girl with a bad haircut that looks very reminiscent of the 60s with a little flip.
I didn't want to meet her.
She's popped up and she's rich. She has a plane. She flew on the plane to get her dogs 1 hour to Orlando. A drive to Orlando to get some dogs is not that far from Miami. So she used her engine jet fuel, just to go pick up some dogs. It's storming outside, everybody, so bear with me. So this new girl, what's her name? I can't even think of her name right now. Anyhow, she rubbed me the wrong way. But at first I was like, she's funny because Larsa was saying, oh, I just love her, blah, blah, blah. My friend, old girl from Dubai, Sandberg, whatever her name is, introduced me to her. And then they cut to the new girl. Why can't I think of her name? Who says,
I didn't want to meet her.
She didn't. Why would you want to meet Larsa, having given her history with the Kardashians? Just given her history in general. Why would you want to meet Larsa? But anyhow, so the new girl and Larsa, they were eating caviar on the plane to go pick up her dogs. And her dog was just barking. So her dog's probably trouble. They didn't show much. They got on the plane and came back. So next up, we see, Marysol and Larsa at a bar in Miami. And Marysol, apparently, they knew her drink. They got her drink right. Everybody knows her drink because Marysol knows everybody in Miami because she was a publicist.
And you respect my daughter.
If you recall season 1, she was a publicist. She was Lisa Black's publicist. Isn't it Lisa Black? Her publicist, the rich one who had the attorney who hangs out with Jeff Lewis or used to hang out with Jeff Lewis. Marysol was the PR person for her events. Anyhow, so Marysol knows everybody. So the new girl comes in and they're like, where's Alexia? And the new girl says, I don't like people who aren't punctual.
Who the hell are you?
Well, I suggest you read the celebrity page.
All right, so she don't like people who are not punctual. So they call Alexia, no answer. Then Alexia texts Marysol. And I hate that she calls Alexia bro. Where's bro? Where's bro? Bro's not here yet. So bro said she was in bed with a migraine. They said she's probably with Todd. Alexia may be in her 50s. And that's the thing what people don't get about age. They're like, oh, you're too old to be acting that way. Nah, if you don't change, you just don't change. Growth if you're a certain age, does not mean that you're wise. Alexia is still chasing Todd around. Todd's whacked behind. Todd is not even attractive, but to Alexia, he is apparently. So she's still chasing him and in limbo when this guy totally humiliated her. But who cares?
Why don't you reverse it?
Alexia needs a little bit of humbling, okay? She needs to be humbled. So anyhow, the lighting has changed in here because the lighting outside has changed. It is storming here. And it wasn't in the forecast. Anyhow, so the new girl, she's getting all comfortable, whatever. And she's, telling her story. She married some man 25 years older than her. She said age used to be very important to her until she met Shohim or Shoha, whatever the hell his name is, who's rich. And he's obviously Arab with that name. And she's Colombian, first generation Colombian. And apparently they're in real estate. They own a lot of businesses, a lot of properties in Miami. So they're rich. All right. So fast forward to Adriana was throwing a boy baby shower for Julia's babies. And if y'all read Julia's so-called apology last week on the feeds, not on the feeds, on the blogs, that the adoption wasn't final yet. And we, just as we thought, like a lot of us in other comments, we saw that on episode 1 in that baby bed, or baby pen, or the baby bed, whatever. There was a little black doll. We used context clues to figure out that she adopted black babies. In fact, she adopted 2 black boys, 1, 1, and 3. Okay. Unpopular opinion. I don't think Julia or Martina should be raising black boys.
I said what I said.
And a really unpopular opinion, she better not have those boys working in that farm, if you know what I mean. Picking eggs. Not cotton, because I don't know if she grows cotton. But it's always something weird. Because, in the press has been some weirdness about, people adopting black babies and putting them to work like slaves.
It's a conspiracy. A C-O-N conspiracy.
I'm just saying, that's a reach. It may be a reach, but I don't want to see it. I don't think Julia is equipped to raise black boys. Period. Just by the way she handled Guerdy. Now, I mean, she may have been handling Guerdy just on a human level of just, I'm rude, I have no control over myself, but she had no compassion for Guerdy. And that lack of compassion that they all did not have compassion for Guerdy. It's like, your black pain is nothing compared to Martina's white pain. That's what I got from it. And I know some of you are like, why are you bringing race into it? Because,
Baby, I'm only judging what you give me.
it's like Guerdy looks good. So we don't consider that what she's been through. But Guerdy has been through a lot. So they have this baby shower. And, you know, everybody shows up except for Guerdy. Kiki's there because Kiki wants to... Oh, wait. Back it up. Kiki brought her father on. Her father who threw her out the house because she took some pictures. And he thought, you know, she was a whore because she took pictures, modeling pictures. He threw her out the house. Now that Kiki has done something with his life, he's trying to reconnect. And he didn't look that old. And apparently Kiki's father has 7 kids. And Kiki's daughter, Summer, said, hey, I'm Summer. Kiki's really upset that her father doesn't know her son, who's 18 and in college. He's in college. Kiki's father wants to go back to Haiti. Going back to Haiti. He ain't have nothing to say or nothing to add. Who cares? That was a frivolous scene. But one thing we do know is Summer, the little girl, wants ice cream.
The ice cream man is coming!
So, okay, let's get to the party. So, at the party, Adriana said that Martina had one request, that this is a fun baby shower. So what do? They play one of the most unfun baby shower games. Mind you, I hate baby showers. I can't stand them. They're just like, they're just so annoying to me. Like, if you're going to play games, make these games fun. These games are always, guess the baby food in the dirty diaper. Let's guess the size of the baby, of the belly. Let's guess these. You can't say baby. If you say baby, I'm going to take your pen. This is fresh on my mind because I just went to a baby shower, which is funny. But I hate baby showers, and I don't like bridal showers either.
You come because I'm her friend and she asked me to come.
Ain't nobody's friend.
But so of course they're gonna have a shady game, a truth or dare game, which has nothing to do with babies. So they come with the shady questions like, who would you have a threesome with in this group? And Martina says, it better be me. I better be one of them. Like, Martina, nobody wants to be with you, okay? And it's just like, and then when they got to the final question, it was twerk for 30 seconds. And who'd they go to? The black girl, Kiki. Why does the black girl have to twerk? Why does she have to twerk? Because that is what you dummies have said. You have said it, that you have played into the stereotype that we are over-sexualized. We are over-sexed. And everything has to be vile and twerking.
Twerking by the piano. I'm twerking by the piano.
Now, twerking is okay, you know, on certain instances. But, like, why is it we always have to twerk? And how about Kiki could not twerk? So they were like, there's an elephant in the room. Where's Guerdy? Guerdy's in New York. And Guerdy should not have been there. And y'all are icing Guerdy out. I really believe y'all are icing Guerdy out. Nobody likes Guerdy. Oh, back it up. So the new girl, whose name I cannot remember. I don't know why I can't remember while filming, and I'm not stopping this to go look her name up. She says to Alexia, you know, God has a way of throwing out the trash or some shit. And it's like, you don't know me well enough to talk to me like that. You really don't. I mean, I don't know how well you know Alexia. I guess you met some of these people before, but like, girl, it's like production put a battery in you and you're like, let's go.
Is it a coincidence?
This new girl, she's rubbing me the wrong way, but I like that she's going to come at Alexia because Alexia, again, needs to be humbled. It is really coming down outside. And I just watered the plants. It always happens. And we just got the lawn mowed. It always happens. So that means the lawn is going to grow fast again. Anyhow, I might cut that part out. So they all start beefing What were they beefing about? I can't remember what the beef was about, but it totally ruined the baby shower. Oh, it was Lisa. Lisa came in, and Lisa is using, oh, my dad just died. Yeah, my dad just died a week ago. Well, a week ago, you were in Milan walking down a whack-ass one-way trying to get your life when your father was in ICU, when you should have been there saying your final goodbyes.
Don't tell me what has been. Tell me what's now, okay?
But instead, you decided to do a catwalk. There wasn't really a catwalk, and you were number 56 in the catwalk. Larsa was right in that moment. Like, why are you here? But she acted like, Lisa tried to flip it. Y'all turn it on me. I just buried my father. Why did Lisa send, and I'm going all over the place, Lisa sent Larsa a picture of her father in the casket. That is, ugh. Lisa is, I just can't stand Lisa. And I can't stand Larsa. Like, they're both loud and wrong all the time, which is hilarious to me. That's what keeps the show going. So at this baby shower, Lisa, they brought it. I don't want this to be about me.
It's bullshit, Gary, and you know it.
Because they were like, but it's always about you. Lisa always says she didn't want it to be about me. I'm going through so much. And she gets up and leaves, as always. And people go following Lisa. That's how the episode ended. All right, so hit the like and subscribe button. If I know I missed a lot of stuff and I jumped around, but I'm doing my best, everybody. I really am. Okay, drop into the comments and tell me your thoughts. Is Lisa self-centered? Or who's more self-centered on the show? Alexia, Larsa, Guerdy, or Lisa? Like and subscribe.